Pat, when you looked up during your talks, the lights reflecting off your glasses makes it look fucking nuts. Like you got these bright, crazy. Yeah, it looks
Oh,
like
I
you're
see it.
staring at my
Yeah.
soul. Yeah, and then
I don't look at the
bro,
camera when I'm talking. My bad.
yeah.
I gotta stop
It's
that.
the
Okay.
first. No, it's the first time I ever caught it off the reflection of your glasses. I'm like, bro, his eyes are bright now. He's going to the
It's,
top.
it's,
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Hardwood Nation podcast with your boy C.L. Anthony, my main man, Bryce Wool, Chef Pat. What's going on?
what's up, bro?
Glad
What's
to
up?
be
Good
here.
morning.
Yeah, we got the Hardwood Nation crew in here. We're gonna have Pat officially a member of the Hardwood Nation crew going forward.
I forgot. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Forgive my coughs today. Um,
Yeah.
so the San Antonio Spurs winning the OKC in Game 7, and I say took their cornbread because they led for the majority of the game. Patrick, let me throw it to you first. How do you feel about last night's outcome?
Well, you see, I wore my Los Angeles Spurs colors this morning, like that. Um, the game was good, man. It was a hard series to predict for me. I was rooting for the Spurs, but I didn't really think they had a genuine shot to win, if I'm honest. Being down, what they were down 3-2, right? After game 5, and then had to win 2 more games. So after game 6, I was more confident because they put foot to ass. I was like, okay, Spurs have a chance. And then they just came out of the gate last night and they didn't let go. It was kind of close in the third quarter, I think, if I can recall. And then fourth quarter, you could tell Shake started he started showing signs that he was exhausted and worn out. Our defense was on his ass, boy. He couldn't really do too much with that. But my mind is all over the place. I would like to say this: what we have witnessed in this last series here was elite defense from a young team. I brought that up in our group chat, but a hater was hating, and he told me I was living in the moment. But we're not going to go on that, okay? We're going to be unified in this new season of our lives.
That's why I gave you the question first, by the way.
I don't know what you just said, but anyway, the Spurs, man, I was scared of them preseason. They came out the gate hot. They made, it was kind of up and down during the season, but they earned this spot. Number 2 in the West. They whooped OKC every game they played in the regular season, right?
Right. I think it was 3 games to 1.
Okay, so yeah, they earned this, man. Nobody really saw it coming, but we kind of had clues that it was possible, and they pulled it off. So congratulations, and I can't wait for the finals. It's going to be dope.
Bryce, your thoughts on San Antonio eliminating the defending NBA champions?
Even though I picked OKC to win the series in 7, I thought it'd be close. I was pulling. I'm not an OKC fan, of course, but I was pulling for the Spurs to, make my prediction wrong, if that makes sense, because I just thought it'd be more interesting. I'm not like an OKC hater like some people are, but I guess more like you, Cam. I wasn't super convinced that they were some kind of juggernaut yet after the way the playoffs and finals went last year. But I still thought they had enough to make it back to the finals, even though the Spurs seemed like the matchup that was going to give them the most trouble, especially throughout the regular season, like Pat said. But I was telling you guys all week, or since the series started, like my pick was in 7. I could have seen it going either way because the Spurs just match up so well against them, and with the defense of their young guards, what Wemby can do on that end, it's just it's tougher in the offense to overcome. And OKC, missing a few people. Just didn't have really enough to get over the hump. So kudos to the Spurs. I will be watching very closely to see what kind of defensive sets and things that they throw at New York, considering the Magic might take some hints from that next season with the new coach. But kudos to the Spurs. I didn't think they would have the experience to overcome like a long series like this against OKC. So that was the main reason I was picking the Thunder in this series. But the best team won. I'm happy for the Spurs. I like this playoff matchup against the Knicks better than OKC. I think it's going to be more exciting. So no love lost. I wasn't like pulling for OKC. I'm glad the Spurs won this. This is going to be a more fun series to watch, I think.
Got it. We're going to touch on New York shortly. Jesus Christ. I'm not an OKC hater. I'm not. But I wasn't impressed with what I saw last year in the finals. I just wasn't. Mm-hmm. So my consistency all season has been they have to do it again for me to take them serious. They just have to. Mm-hmm. And what I'm about to say, ain't no shot at nobody on here. It's just shot at the people out there that cover the NBA, right? You told me all year this is the deepest team in the league. Don't be like, oh well, they didn't have players and that's why they lost. No, you were supposed to be the deepest team in the league. You lost because Chet Holmgren didn't do shit last night. You lost because
where was Chet Holmgren?
I'm sorry, what's that?
Where was Chet Holmgren last night?
Right. You lost because Alex Caruso lost his shot in a multitude of games in this series. That's why y'all lost. And they were playing tight. And the thing is, like I told you last night, Pat, Shea went up and missed back-to-back free throws. And then right after that, Chet went up and missed back-to-back free throws. And I'm like, wait a minute. Y'all are the champs. It's game 7. Y'all at home. Why the fuck are y'all tight? The Spurs.
Hey, Cam, they were saying that Shea is better than Kobe. What you think about that?
Hell no.
I'm sorry to go off on a side note.
No, you're good. Absolutely not. No. But
they were saying Chet's a lot better than a lot of people. Now that contract not looking so great.
Right. So that's going to lead to another conversation. They might have to move him in the offseason because just like when that contract kicks in next season, it's like, bro, you ain't do shit. Wemby stole your cornbread. Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Ooh. That's why they lost. So this shit with like last night after the game, I'm watching people talk about the game. Oh, well, they were hurt. No, you can't say you the deepest team in the league all year, and you played good without J-Dub for the season when he was out, and now all of a sudden you get to the playoffs. Oh, they lost because they got hurt. No, they lost because the Spurs came out there and stole their shit, and they wasn't legit champs to fucking begin with. And I'll call anybody out on that. Because
also, if you want to ride your playoff run to the finals and a championship last year off other teams being hurt, and you want to claim that championship is valid, which everybody does, don't turn around this year and cry because you have your injuries in the same situation.
That's valid. Chet Holmgren's not an all-star. I said that during the All-Star break. He's not an all-star. What the fuck is going on? Why wasn't he guarding Wemby? Alex Caruso, Lou Dort was guarding Wemby.
Right.
Okay. Bro, 7'5". I think me and Lou Dort the same height. I'm 6'3". But that's crazy.
They were afraid two poles would just hit each other and both would break, maybe. And they didn't want to.
Hey, yo. It's too early.
It's Hardwood Nation, people. Real people. And that's another thing about OKC, who all of a sudden has this great coach. No, the idiot made no adjustments last year in the finals. They damn near gave. I'm telling you, if Tyrese Halliburton wouldn't have went down, the Pacers would have won that game. They would have won that game set. Okay,
perhaps
he didn't adjust to the Spurs. I'm not sold on him as a coach. I'm just not. I know he's been in the organization forever. I'm not sold on him as a coach. He kind of reminds me of what's his name, Budenholzer, who won't make a switch to save his fucking life. Okay, but we're gonna pivot. We're gonna pivot a little bit. The city, the state, of New York have been relaxing all week.
All right, I'm good.
They've been they've actually been calmer than I thought they was going to be. They've been calmer than I thought they was going to be.
They're trying not to mess this up. They're the fans are so scared they're gonna mess this up. I swear.
So for the first time since 1999, and only the third time in my fucking life, the New York Knicks are in NBA Finals. Mind you, they haven't won a championship since 1972. Bryce, it's always fuck Boston. It's always fuck New York. But how do you feel about the Knicks being back in the finals?
I think it's good for the NBA. As annoying as the Knicks fans can be, they act like Boston and Lakers fans, but without the championships. So they're a little more annoying. I'm happy for them.
Fuck you,
Like
Bryce.
I said,
Fuck you.
I was just waiting. I was waiting for that. I didn't know when you were going to say it, but I was waiting for it. I do think it's good for the NBA, though. They deserve it. They've had a great playoff run. They've looked like the dominant team in the East, like not even close.
Yeah.
They're forcing Cleveland to once again answer some tough questions, I think. So I'm happy for it, despite my distaste for the fans. It is nice to see the Knicks fans invade almost every arena and not just mine for a change. So it's not just an Orlando thing. They're everywhere. Like those Philly games. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
So no. I like this for hating the Knicks so much. I do like this team that they put together, and I like this run that they've had. I'll say this before like moving on a little bit. I said this quite a few seasons back. I think it was like the year Golden State won again. I can't remember how it went, but I was like, if Golden State gets one this year, the rest of the league has to be careful because this is the one they shouldn't get. I think if San Antonio gets a ring this year, the league is in trouble for a few seasons because Wemby isn't going anywhere unless he gets hurt, which is always a concern. But this Spurs team is very young. And if they can win this year and get that experience, they're going to be a very, very, even more dangerous team with experience and playoff experience going forward. But this series, I think I'm more hyped for this final series than I was the Western Conference Finals, which started off really hot. It then kind of went back and forth a lot, and I don't think ever really captured the magic that first game had. It's not like every game's going to go double OT, but still, maybe last night's game was closer to that. But I think this final series is going to be one of the best ones we've seen in a while.
Yeah. Pat, what do you think about the Knicks being in the finals?
Unlike y'all haters, I'm a Knicks supporter. They put up some big battles against some trash ass Heat in the late 2010s.
What this got to do with Miami, bro? Come on now. Come on, bro.
You know, Melo, thank you, Melo. I thought we had a chance, but you couldn't pull it off for me, bro. You was giving LeBron James the business.
Didn't even say that he said the trash ass Heat.
Trash ass Heat. And I was so happy to see it's more Knicks fans at the game in Orlando than actual Magic fans because they already know they're going to win every game they go to in Orlando. They trash too. Trash has the Magic. Fuck the Magic.
Oh, boy.
But anyway, we're talking about the Knicks. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This series is going to be interesting. A lot of good matchups. I don't know who's going to guard Wemby this series. If it's going to be Cat or OG Anunoby or what's his name, Mitchell.
Mitchell broke his finger.
No, he'll be back. He'll be ready.
Yeah.
But it should be very interesting, the defensive schemes, how they're going to defend against Brunson. A lot of guard plays. I like that. The NBA has changed a lot. It's going to be very interesting. A lot of scoring, I think. But I don't know because the Spurs defense is very good. So I look forward to it. The excitement of the finals being in New York City, that's going to be dope. The fans are going to be crazy. You know, it's just so much. It's going to be a spectacle. Like you said, they haven't been to the finals in what, over 40 years? Like
No,
40,
no,
40 years?
don't make us old now.
50 years, I'm sorry, 50.
1999.
No, I'm sorry. They haven't won
right
a finals in over 50 years. My bad.
Right.
I said that wrong.
No,
yeah, 99, we were 18. Tim Duncan, rookie
that was his
year.
first one. No, second year.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, second year. My bad. So yeah, man. I was saying I kind of stayed away from the predictions during the series because I didn't know who was going to win, but I was hoping for a Spurs Knicks matchup for nostalgia, and we got it. And I'm all in, bro.
We're gonna do some predictions now, so you're gonna have to stand on it. We're gonna do some predictions.
Yeah,
you gotta stand on this shit.
Come on. Who cares if you're wrong? Just say something.
Game to game is gonna change.
No. That's that living in the moment comment. See?
Game to game.
Look, if you don't make any predictions, don't be talking any shit in the group chat for the games.
I'm gonna talk shit to the day I die, Bryce.
I know. You'll have a thumb or something outside your grave, just like with a thumbs up or something, letting people know you're still talking shit after.
No thumbs, straight. You feel me? Fuck you.
Be Rice.
Yeah.
The 2026 NBA champion. Who you got?
Who's got home court? The Spurs?
Spurs.
Yeah.
Knicks in 6.
Damn.
That was a setup.
Because the Knicks, that means the game 6 would be in New York, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Knicks in 6.
Pat, stand on it. Come on, who you got?
I'm saying, okay. Shit. Y'all can't hold this against me. I gotta have a disclaimer. Prior to seeing any actual minutes, anything, I haven't seen how they're playing each other, whatever. I haven't seen anything. I'm gonna go Knicks in 7. But this may change after game 1 at halftime. And then maybe after game 1 in the third quarter. Just depends on what I see. Your
prediction can change. This memory will not change. And
right.
we will remember
Knicks in 7. Knicks in 7. Knicks in 7. Knicks in 7. Okay? Kiss my ass, B, right?
We're close to the same prediction. We're one game apart. Come on.
If I change it to the Spurs in 6, you're gonna be like, oh, but this had the Knicks in 7, and fuck you.
I'm gonna say this before I make my prediction. I'm actually shocked. By y'all's prediction. I thought I was gonna be the only one on here that picked the Knicks to win. Excuse me.
You picked the Knicks?
I'm picking the Knicks to win. Yeah. So the NBA.
We usually don't all three agree.
Right. That's why I was shocked, because I thought for sure y'all was gonna pick the Spurs. So,
and Cam's a hater, so there's that.
when we meet up for our lunch, and whenever the fuck we do that, I'm gonna bring you a Larry Legend jersey, okay?
I love Larry Bird.
Fuck you.
Make sure it's the green one.
Fuck you.
I like that one, the green one.
I think, of course, the Knicks have the biggest market in the league, right? So so the NBA is definitely want the Knicks to be good, but then they want Wemby to be the second coming of whoever, right? So
of whoever,
whoever. All the publicity is going to be on Wemby. Wemby's going to get all the shine as the quote unquote narrative for this series. People who know basketball are going to want to go with the Knicks because we're not ready to crown Wemby yet. Right or wrong, we're not ready to crown him yet, as the NBA wants to crown him, right? So I think there's a lot. Yeah. So I think there's which he did. He got there. So now he just got to finish it, because all that crying and shit he was doing after the game last night. I'm like, bro, you
crazy.
bro, you got to win 4 more games.
He said that though. He said that in the interview afterwards. He was like, "It's not done. We gotta go win some more."
Yeah, he gotta win 4 more.
With all the hype around that series, I would be pretty hyped if I was him to get over that OKC hump though. That was big.
But they beat them all year.
I know, but to do it in the playoffs, is a different story. Against the defending champs, whether you believe they deserve to be the champs or not, it's still a big hurdle to get over if you're a young Spurs team.
Got it.
They weren't even in the playoffs last year. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I
believe he hates Chet Holmgren. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but he hates Chet Holmgren. So he wanted this really bad.
Dude, that poster he had on Chet.
Chet looked scared all series.
Look, not with that 5-year contract he got coming up. God damn. That ain't it. So I think more people, more the homies, more the barbershop talk is going to be, we want New York to win the championship. As far as the agenda and the narrative is going to be San Antonio. Both teams are great defensively. I thought once the Sixers got complete that they were going to be in this spot in New York, just shit all over them. Sixers. I was like, God damn. That's when I really was like, okay, I got to take this team serious now. Cleveland, I was never worried about. I just wasn't worried about it. But when they beat Harden, gonna Harden, I always say that. But when they beat Philly, I was like,
the third greatest shooting guard of all time, James Harden.
You, okay? Fuck you for all time on that. We ain't finna have this conversation on here, okay? Matter of fact, fuck you with Kobe's dick, saying some bullshit like that. Now,
hey yo, that was wild. That was wild.
And he meant the current one, the zombie one that's left over from it.
Still got a little Stan Van Gundy residue right around here, Bryce, and that mustache.
That's
Dwight
right.
Dwight.
Hey, they were teammates. They loved each other. They
said they caught you and Dwight Howard on a Holiday Inn off of OBT last night. You watch your mouth, okay?
Yeah, he's not in town. He's not in town.
Oh, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know.
Look, Dwight
Cam
Howard.
would.
Go ahead. Fuck you, Brace.
Cam knows those circles.
I do. Look, Dwight Howard got Jerry McCain on speed dial. Okay. Now,
and MPJ.
Yeah. Look at that.
It's like a light bulb went off. These guys do look a little.
Oh, they're zesty as fuck. Yeah, the whole league's zesty now. It is what it is.
They're all on the same sassy app. Coming to a city near you.
Woo! We ain't gonna talk about the apps right now. So, with that said, I am going with the Knicks. I'm not sure the games, 6-7. I'm not sure the games, but I think New York, even though both teams are great defensively, both teams are long, New York's a little heavier. And I think that's going to wear the Spurs down a little bit. New York got some big boys out there. And they don't need to put Cat on Wemby. They need to put Mitchell Robinson on Wemby, use them 6 fouls, push his ass around. I think, and don't get me wrong, San Antonio can win a dirty game because they slowed OKC down. New York got to make this 30. This got to be 1990s, grinded out basketball in order for New York to win. That's how
I think New York will out rebound them for sure.
Yeah.
I think they'll be getting more rebounds because the front court for San Antonio is very thin. Wemby is a feather. He's very light, and he plays around the 3-point line.
Yeah.
We still have not seen a dominant performance outside of that one game he had. I don't know where. I'm petty, so some people on this show in the past have liked to mention that Wemby is dominant and he should have been MVP, but I have not seen it yet. He has a great team. He does well, but he's not on that level. But if he does win a championship in his third year, it's definitely going to put him up there. But yeah, I think the battle for the boards is going to be key. Cat staying out of foul trouble is going to be key, and then it's up in the air between the guards.
Yeah,
It could go either way. And Anobi might have a 30-point game, 35
Right.
point. Now you don't know.
He
You never know.
he might be the X factor in this series, believe it or not,
Right.
because he's so versatile. And just see how we're breaking this down from a basketball standpoint. So we're not saying New York's going to win, and we're not putting facts behind it. We're actually putting facts behind it. You get what I'm saying? This is when you know basketball. Outside of other people who say they've been a journalist for 20 years, and you know, I ain't talking about you, Stephen A. Smith, but yeah. So,
I think New York just looks more polished. I mean, the Spurs turned the ball over a lot against the Thunder. I know the Thunder's defense is kind of, it builds around, turning the ball over or getting the other team to turn the ball over. I think the Knicks can do that with their defense, but they're so polished. I don't think they're going to make the same kind of mistakes the other teams did against the Spurs. Like, I think they can make the Spurs make mistakes, and then New York's not going to make many, if we're being honest.
Right. Now, Brunson is absolutely amazing with the ball in his hands. It's just kudos to Mike Brown. I know Bryce asked me the other day, do I think it was more?
Hey, yo, that was crazy, by the way.
What's up?
Brunson is good with the what in his what?
Bronson is good with the ball in his hands.
That was crazy work. But I'm sorry. Go ahead, sir.
So we went to shenanigans today.
Every day, all day, every day.
So Bryce asked me offline, do I think it was more of a continuation of the Knicks team as to why they here, or Mike Brown? And I said it was a continuation of the team. I will say, Bryce, looking back on it, Brunson is distributing the ball quicker than what he had been doing in the past with New York. So that would probably be a Mike Brown thing. So I was wrong on that. So I'll say that.
The shot making for New York has been phenomenal too. I mean, last year people were really bashing the Mikal Bridges trade because he didn't have a great, I don't know if it was like one series or it was the whole playoffs, but he just wasn't, I don't think, playing amazing. And then this series, it's right back to, fuck all those picks that we gave up for him, that kind of thing. So it's the whole team making shots too. And then the guys just, I don't know. Like I said, they just look, the continuity that they're playing with looks nice to see on the court too. Like this, it passes the eye test as well when you watch them.
Yeah.
I think it's a combination of all of those things. I think it's a coaching and the personnel. Y'all forget, bro was playing them guys, the starters, like 48 minutes a game, bro.
Yeah.
So if you get time to rest and you don't have to play as much, you're going to start making more shots. They're human beings, so they're not robots. So and Mike Brown has been proven to be a good coach, So, and this is definitely another display of his coaching. Coaching matters, and it's definitely showed itself this season with the same personnel my boy had in the previous season.
So, same team. Yeah,
same exact team. So bro his credit.
We did have another very small piece of news this week. The Orlando Magic selected their next head coach, some guy from San Antonio. Bryce, if you want to verbalize, how you feel about the move.
Oh my God.
Pat, do you want to go ahead and bash this segment, or do you need to go to the bathroom or something? I know this is your favorite.
No, I think I can stomach hearing this trash ass segment we're about to hear. Go ahead, sir. Proceed.
I'm sure we gave JJ Redick the same grace when he was hired on by the Lakers. I think without any home run pick out there for the Magic for head coach, maybe outside of, I don't know if they wanted Mike Malone before he signed with North Carolina or not, but it didn't seem like there was like I said, for sure, home run answer coach for the Magic this season. So the rumors forever were Billy Donovan again, which I don't think a lot of people wanted, at least in the fan base. Jeff Van Gundy popped up, and he's interviewing for a few few coaching spots this summer. So it's not just the Magic for him. It seems like he's trying to make a comeback to a head coach position. But one of the assistants that was rumored to be on the list was Sean Sweeney for the Spurs, and he's been with he was in Milwaukee with Giannis for a while. I think he was even with I think he was in Brooklyn for a minute under Kidd when he first started, and then he went to Milwaukee and then to Dallas, and now he's with San Antonio. But he's regarded around the league as, I guess, one of the next assistants that teams are excited about giving a chance to be a head coach. Apparently very defensive minded, which I think with the personnel we have kind of matches up. It's not like the team's trying to change their whole identity. I think they're trying to build off what Mo's already built. So I think it was any choice was going to be a gamble. I think this might be more of a gamble, but with a possible higher ceiling than those other coaches that were mentioned before. Because it's not like Billy Donovan's shown that he's done much, not that he's ever had the greatest team outside of a few years in OKC. So, to be honest, I wasn't thrilled about any of the coaching prospects out there. I like this idea. I know it's a gamble, but I like the idea of seeing what this guy can do after some of the recent success we've seen that other new /young /assistant coaches have had. I mean, Missoula, you got JJ Redick, who's been great in LA. I just think, and so I'm excited about the gamble. I'm excited to see what the ceiling can be with this guy. He definitely seems like the type of attitude. Me and Cam have talked offline about, this team needing more of an asshole type coach. Mm-hmm. I watched a video of this guy Sweeney and Giannis in Milwaukee yelling at each other on the sideline, like looking like Giannis got up to attack the dude. I'm not saying, you're just a problem to be a problem, but he definitely seems to hold his stars accountable when he feels like it's time to do that. And that's one thing that I think this team needs. So I'm excited for the pick. I can't really say much about it until I see what he's about, but everyone around the league seems to think that his time was he was next up for a head coaching spot. So with it all being a gamble, I'll just, go along with that. But I'm excited for the ceiling compared to what those other guys could be. It could be terrible. I mean, I have no idea. We've seen these things go really bad, really fast. So I just have to wait and see. I am excited about it.
I'm sorry. In order for this new coach to hold a star accountable, you would have to have stars first. Let's get that established. There are no stars on the Orlando Magic.
We've
trash,
got two.
Yes, trash and can.
Yeah, sure. You can say that, yeah. But when they're healthy, they're not.
I'm sorry, what? What was it?
They got one star. He just doesn't know it yet. Paolo has, when you're the star of the team, when you're your go-to guy, when you're the franchise player, you have to do it over the duration of the season. You can't just wait until the playoffs to turn it up, which we know he can turn up the playoffs. Because every time he's in the playoffs, he does that. He has to know that he's the star in the regular season and command the fucking ball. That's what, in the right spots, by the way, not out at the perimeter. From the free throw line on, that's where he needs to command the ball and do his most damage.
That's where I'm excited to see what this new coach can do, is to take the roster that we have and maximize it. That's what we're hoping to see.
My only pushback is with this move is that you went from a first-time head coach, got rid of him, and now instead of bringing in a vet coach, you bring in another first-time head coach. I'm like, huh? So hopefully it works out for the Orlando Magic, because y'all can't afford to go through another 5 years of what y'all just went through. Like, you just can't.
No, if this repeats itself, we'll lose the few good players. This team will be over if this doesn't work out, I think. So, big gamble.
So we're gonna wrap it up soon. Pat, any last thoughts on the Knicks versus the Spurs?
No, I'm excited. I can't wait for all the videos to come out of NYC talks before the game. I mean, after the game, I can't wait for that. Fuck your life. Suck my all that. All that. I cannot wait, bro. It's gonna be a whole spectacle. All the celebrities
Yeah.
at the game. Might even see Eddie Murphy at the game, bro. I don't know. Jerry Seinfeld. It's gonna be dope, bro. It's gonna be amazing.
It is.
Just the history of the building and
well,
the mystique. It's gonna be dope.
game
No, man. I was hoping we could talk about. You heard this latest rumor about Giannis going to the Thunder? Have you heard that?
No, it's bullshit.
There's Giannis rumors to like everywhere right now. I'm ignoring them.
Yeah.
Okay.
He stated yesterday. This was reported. And I wasn't gonna bring this up since you brought it up. I'll bring it up.
Okay.
It was reported yesterday that he wants Miami. So however they need to work it out, they need to work it out. But that was reported yesterday. It is what it is. I don't care.
He's wanted Miami for 5 years.
It's been a long time.
Go get him.
We've been doing this dance for a long time. So, some other teams have tried to get in there. All teams should try to get in there for Giannis, right? But yeah, so it's probably gonna be Miami, just however they work it out. But Bryce, any last thoughts on the Knicks and the Spurs?
No, like I said, Knicks in 6. But if Giannis goes to anywhere besides Miami, we're gonna end up trashing you so hard for this shit. Just letting you know.
So this situation is different from Dame, and let me bring up why this situation is different from Dame. Pat, I don't know if you've ever heard this story, but when I was working at a job, it was in the call center, and one of my homeboys texted me. I didn't see it, but one of my homeboys texted me. And he was like, "Dame to Milwaukee, dude." I was on a live call. I stood up, took my headset off, slammed it on the ground. I told my boss, "I'm going to fucking lunch," and I left and went and started drinking because I was so pissed off.
Diabolical.
Yes. And
it's only basketball, Cam.
Whoever the fuck I was on the phone with, I'm not sorry. I don't work for that company anymore, so it don't matter. It don't matter. So, but their internet service sucks. Let me say that. Their internet service sucks. But anyways, let me say this. The difference is that Dame was already on a contract. He didn't have an extension coming up, so he couldn't dictate where he went. So he couldn't be like, well, if you trade for me, I'm not going to sign an extension with you. That's different with Giannis. So for all these teams that's calling, let's say Portland, Giannis would be like, I'm not signing with y'all. So if y'all trade for me, I'm just going to walk and go to Miami anyway. You get what I'm saying? So that's the leverage that he has right now. Like I said, I did hear unequivocally yesterday is Miami. Milwaukee's throwing other team names out there to get Miami to kind of sweeten the offer. Orlando Magic, right? Was one of those.
Yes, that's all I thought that was.
And it's like, from a Magic standpoint, why would you even entertain that for Paolo? Like, why? Because we don't know how his mental is. So if he hears that they might want to get rid of him for Giannis, that might put him in a bad mood. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like,
that's why I don't think that rumor came from Orlando. I think the only way Orlando can make that deal would be if they traded Paolo. So I think people are it's just a rumor mill. The only way they do that is if Paolo's already told the team that he wants out, which he hasn't done.
Right. So it's coming from Milwaukee because they're trying to get Miami. They're trying to squeeze everything they can out of Miami, which is fine. We got a lot of youngins. Y'all can have them. This is cool. Y'all can just let me keep one of them. Y'all can have the rest of them. But
who you want to keep?
Yeah, I don't care. Just let me keep one of them.
But is there a dark horse team like with Kawhi in Toronto? I heard someone pose this question the other day. Are there teams out there that could be desperate enough to try to make a run and then try to convince him? Even though Kawhi left and everything, it's like Toronto still got that one ring.
They did.
Is that enough to make people or make other teams believe in the one season they get Giannis? You know what I mean? Like, is there a dark horse out there that nobody sees coming yet?
It's Boston. And people have already talked about it. Boston's the dark horse team. We discussed this the other day. I don't know if Giannis wants to go to Boston and be the number 2 guy, because no matter what he does, no one's going to eclipse Jason Tatum right now in Boston. You get what I'm saying? If he
If
goes to
I'm
Miami,
Giannis, I go to Boston. I take that team for myself. Ain't
that's not going to
no
happen.
Tatum. No, I'd challenge Tatum 1-on-1 and beat his ass.
No,
Tatum been hurt, bro.
right.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
in league wide, Tatum's not the golden boy. In Boston, Tatum's the golden boy. Okay. So Giannis can come to Miami, Bam gonna be like, "You got it, bro." you see, you see,
Oh, you damn right he would say that. Yeah. What the fuck?
yeah, Bam. Like,
Bam's gonna say, "When did you drop 83? This is my team."
and
Okay.
again,
Whatever. What?
again, they have the same agent. They do have a relationship. So whatever happens. I'm just telling y'all what I heard yesterday. But Bryce, that Magic shit, I had got mad when I first heard about it. But then when I heard the other side of it, that Milwaukee just trying to squeeze Miami for everything,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. So let me, Pat, we're gonna spend the next 10 minutes on this, then we're gonna wrap it up.
Okay.
I didn't see the video that you sent me yesterday on Gil's Arena. So when he addressed Pat Beverly, I didn't click on it because I'm just dog sick. What was the narrative of that?
He spoke on Pat Beverly briefly. Basically, the theme was people speaking on his situation who don't know all the details. So the narrative is that he lost ownership. He sold himself short. He sold out to Underdog, and they ended up pushing him out of the show. He's not telling all of his side. He kind of gives you like little bits and pieces because he understands how the internet works and how people work. So he's trying to be mysterious. He said he's being like Michael Jackson, Thriller Michael Jackson. He's saying the least as possible, so to build up the hype and have everybody talking. So he hasn't really divulged too much information. But he did show that he has his own studio at his house still, and that he plans to still carry on the show. Those other guys are still under contract with Underdog, and he doesn't know when they'll be off. He said sometime around September. So basically, it's just like the narrative is there's a narrative that's been created, and he's just sitting back and just waiting for the right opportunity to release what he has to present to the world. That's what I got from it. The Pat Beverly, that Pat Beverly with the thumbnail was just for me to click on the video. He ain't really spent too much time talking about Pat Beverly. He was just saying that he was one of the many people who had opinions based on what they had assumed about the situation. And like I said, I kept saying in the group chat, he explained his side. He sold the channel, not his name or the business, just the channel. So yeah, he said he left with 100% ownership. Kwame Brown on here making think pieces about the situation because he hate Gil, they hate each other. Everybody had an opinion, but nobody really knew the actual business side of it. So
it seems like he I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
It seems like he either has a new sponsor lined up or is looking for a new sponsor. Do you think he would sell the ownership again or no?
Hell no. So now Gil is smart. No matter how immature you think he is, you know how childish he is. Bro is a smart guy, really smart in a business guy. He understands like human nature, the things that we like. You know, he's a troll. It takes a lot of intelligence to be a troll.
Yeah, we know
in an intelligent way. But yeah, like no. So what he explained was he didn't have the resources and the infrastructure to make his show what it became. And now that he understands it more, he's moving forward, it's going to be something special. And I believe it. He built at one point he made in the videos that he has his studio built because he had the studio in his home, but the neighbors were complaining, so he had to move outside the home. The HOA was complaining, so they had the outside studio. But he the studio's done, like back where he is in his home now, in his basement. So like he was already thinking ahead, but everybody seems to think like it just everything happened right now. He just got kicked off the show, and like Skip Bayless took his job,
Yeah,
and
no.
all this. Like, nah, bro. He said, I've been planning this shit for a while.
Yeah, no, I
Y'all,
understand.
yeah, like this is y'all
That's
just
what
seeing the stuff now. But go ahead, bro. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
everything we talk about on here, I take with a grain of salt, or I give my opinion with a grain of salt, because even when we talk about just the teams, and we don't know what's going on in the locker rooms. We don't know what's going on behind closed doors. We don't know what's going on with contract and negotiation talks. We just have what we have to go off of, what the media tells us, which is usually not correct. So I kind of go into that mindset with basically everything we talk about. It's like we get like a small portion of the real information, and it's like a lot of people will just make blanking assumption or sweeping assumptions about a guy or teams or coaches based off like the smallest piece of info. So that I like that context. It's like even if it's someone you like or don't like, it's you need to give them the grace. It's like you don't know the situation. It's like that.
Okay.
That's how I approach every situation. Because I've been humbled before many times, coming up with my own narrative, and I don't know shit. And it's like, fuck. Okay, here we go. So yeah, I always sit back and wait to receive all the information. Is the best way to go.
The crazy thing is that Gil's story just blew up, this week. Like Pat said, everyone has an opinion on it, including myself. The quote unquote new media, we touched on it on the last podcast. This is something I'm going to watch, especially in the off season as more players are talking and, quote unquote being real. I think it's something to that. And
it's a movement, Cam. I think you should pay attention to it.
Yeah. And Bryce will tell you, when the player, and I can't remember who it was, when the players first started having their own podcast, I refused to watch it. I was like, I'm not gonna watch this shit. I don't know. And now it's becoming fascinating. It just is. So
it's going to be the standard. The people who like us are slowly, like you said, becoming irrelevant. Even big names like your boy, what's his name, Libertard, the Miami guy. What's your guy again?
Yeah, Miami down.
He's fully aware of the current status of people like himself and Stephen A. and Skip Bayless. Yeah, they're going to become obsolete.
Everyone holds the opinions of these players in high regard. It's going to come down to personality and who you like to personally listen to. Whether it's like I love Jeff T. I love that pod. I like hearing those guys back and forth. Yeah. It'll be like any other pod where people have their go-to guys that they listen to, but it's now it's going to be most pods I think will be anchored at least with one of these pros that likes to get in front of the camera and talk because they have so much more to offer. There's a lot of coaches that haven't even played. There's coaches that haven't even played. So it's like if I want to go to someone for some commentary and I want to take it seriously, I want to go to one of the players because they lived it.
Yes. That's what drew me into Gill Arena, to hear these stories. They got Kobe stories. They got Michael Jordan stories. They spend time with these people. They know Shaq. They sharing hoes with Shaq, and they got like you would never get this from Skip Bayless, bro. That's crazy.
Well, that's why Rivers fucking killed that dude on that one pod for questioning how much money he was making, because it's like, bitch, you weren't there.
Right.
How are you gonna tell me how the NBA went when you were maybe in high school talking about it? Like I was in the league playing it. You can attack Rivers for maybe how good he was. Like you know what I mean? It's like you have no ground to stand on in a real basketball conversation with a professional basketball player.
Yeah.
Yes. Humble yourself.
So that's like I said, that's something I'm gonna keep my eye on, and we're not going to pivot from our structure, but we may add reacting to some of those podcasts. Y'all know I'm in the lab cooking, so y'all know I'm planning some shit for next year. Pat, last question. Whenever the contracts are up, I love Josiah. I absolutely love Josiah. Whenever the contracts are up, who you think Gil's going to try to pull over?
I'm sorry, I kind of froze up there. What was the question?
I was saying that I love Josiah to death. So when the contracts are up, who you think Gil is going to try to pull over?
So he does in that same video. The voiceover guy, he's the faceless guy. He might pull him over because they work a lot. They do a lot of streaming together, so he might pull him over. But I hope he can get Josiah, bro.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan. I'm a day oneer, bro. You know, Josiah. I love his personality. He's real witty. You know, he's very good at his job. Did you see the little movie he made, Josiah? That shit is funny as hell, bro. I forgot what streaming services it was on. I think it was on Prime. But y'all Google it and send it to you. Yeah, Josiah is funny as hell.
So again, the NBA Finals start Wednesday night in San Antonio. The three of us have picked the New York Knicks. If you think the Spurs are going to win, drop a comment below. Let us know. Or if you think we're crazy for picking the Knicks or whatever, hey, New York fans, I welcome you right now and drop any fucking comment you want below. Pat, just don't be yelling at them and shit. All right, don't be going back and forth.
No, yell at them.
I'm good. I'm good. I yell at Magic fans and Heat fans. Jesus Fuck y'all.
So
the love is mutual.
So we're gonna wrap it up with this. For Jesus Christ, we're gonna wrap it up for this week's episode of the Hardwood Nation podcast. Please like, subscribe, and share our content. Drop comments below. Everyone stay safe, and we are out.